What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Grind Force Gaming. Nova here with another Street Fighter Duel video. And guys, this video is seriously going to change this game for you entirely. Like, I'm pretty sure I broke it. And yes, I'm using an A+, Abel or Abel. I don't know how you pronounce his name. But it's because of his C1 skill. Now, if you didn't see the video that we just put up the other day, it is about the best C1 priority fighters for free-to-play teams and players. And he's definitely one of them. But I was just messing around with this combination the other day. And seriously, like, you got to watch this whole video because I have a lot of footage here that show how this functions. But using him alongside Beast Zangief makes the interrupt mechanic so simple to do. All you have to do is wait for the speed bar to almost be at the end for the enemy team. He comes flying in on his C1, shields the whole team, and then Beast Zangief can do his C2 skill, which is doing the interrupt. Now, the reason that this is so incredible, like, seriously, I wish that I had tried this a long time ago, because I'm like flying through the story chapters right now, and also here in the Supreme Fist. But the reason that this works is because with the interrupt, you have to have it like frame perfect, because sometimes you can even interrupt a combo chain, but it will still trigger because you interrupt somebody at the end of their animation, but the next fighter has already begun theirs. So you can still end up taking these full combos from the enemy team. This works so well because now you don't have to worry about your interrupts being so frame perfect. Right here, just ends. Here comes Abel, shielding. I'm taking no damage, right? Actually, that time I did. Unfortunately, that one got through and it killed Beast Zangief, but that's okay. I'm still going to beat this one anyway. But the point is, you have a lot more like time to land that interrupt. And the reason is that if you time it correctly, Abel or Abel is going to come flying in from this, like, from who knows where. He lands, he shields the whole team. Everyone's going to block 2 hits completely, 0 damage on those 2 hits. And you have to time it right because it's only up for 5 seconds. And if you do so, you're going to see that shield come in, you're going to see this interrupt immediately. And you can then, in theory, just interrupt the C1 fighter, which is a little bit more predictable. You don't have to interrupt the enemy's super anymore. Like, this is just such an incredible matchup. Like, I'm going to have to build up my Abel for sure, because now if Beast Zangief gets knocked out, Abel's going to come in. I can still maintain my C1 shielding mechanic. But I mean, I've made no upgrades to my fighters since finding this out. Just this mechanic is doing well. Like, my gear needs work. I took these Win Faction pieces on Fashion Blanca from my Chun-Li. Abel's an A+. His gear is whatever. I just have him in the tag, so it's fine. This is the thing, you can use him in the tag. Fei Long's boosting my burn and my flame damage. I've got E Honda doing an 8% damage reduction. It's just a good matchup for the team, and you don't have to use Fashion Blanca, any damage dealer. Okay, this is story mode. I have a recording here, and the reason I did is because you need to see this mechanic against C Viper. Abel comes in, shields. Her super does not hit at all. This is a crazy counter for C Viper, and I know as you progress farther into the chapters, especially once you get into like the mid game, you get into like the mid like 20s and so on, you're going to notice that there are a lot of C Vipers and they're very difficult to pass. But this is going to make that super easy because she is tough to interrupt. Her intro like animation for her super is very quick. It's very tough to interrupt it. And sometimes you are only actually able to interrupt her second hit on it. So the first one is still going to potentially just nuke your damage dealer. But doing the shielding just totally blocks her. It's crazy. I honestly wish I'd discovered this a long time ago, which is why I wanted to make this video. You need to be careful on that one. If you didn't notice, you'll see, if you go back and watch that one, Abel comes flying in, but it's too late. The Hadoken hits him as he's landing, so it doesn't work. So there's still timing that you need to worry about. You need to like focus on getting time perfectly, but you can see this one around, this round was much better. And that's just because I got him in a little bit earlier. My timing on the previous one that I quit was obviously off. And like I said, if you go back and watch that one, you'll see that he lands in the Hadoken. So you just got to make sure he's actually landing, getting the shielding done. And then you can, without a problem, you can take out the enemy team. So this is just an absolutely wild strategy, and you guys have got to test it out. Like I said, use any damage dealer that you want. It does not have to be Fashion Blanca. I've been doing these videos for a little while showing these teams, and I've been seeing comments that come through and messages as well, and people saying, well, I don't have Fashion Blanca, so I don't think this is going to work for me. Well, it will. You can use Chun-Li, you can use Guile, you can use Poison, you can even use Dulcim if you want to, or you can use Sea Viper. It doesn't have to be Fashion Blanca, but the thing is, once you've been playing the game long enough, you do unlock him for free, and I definitely recommend using him. He does a lot of damage. He does burn stacking. He has a really great passive with his wildfire. He has a great fighting spirit. It does really well in the game. And having Bison as well, Bison you can get for free too, but you don't have to use him. You can use like Zangief, or you can use, I mean, really any tank. If you have Abel leveled, you can just have Abel in your main lineup. He doesn't have to be in the tag, but mine's an A+. That's why he's in the tag. But honestly, I think that's the greatest thing about this is that he's an A+, and he is totally changing the game for me. And it's because he's allowing me to just nail these interrupts much more predictably. And I guarantee you, if you start implementing this strategy, you're going to start seeing the same effect here. I mean, I am just rolling through chapter 32 right now, and I'm punching up at like 3 times my power level at this point in time. Like if I'm taking a combo, my team's wiped. But because of this mechanic, because of the shielding and because of the interrupt, I'm able to just move right on through, which is incredible. It's increasing my idle rewards. It's allowing me to unlock more things. This has just been an absolutely game-changing strategy. I had to make a video on it. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. We would definitely appreciate having you here, getting more notifications on when our videos come out. Join our Discord as well. We have a link in the description for you. And stay tuned for the next video. Cheers, guys.